memoir the same values that I found in Long Walk to Freedom, which is the memoir of Nelson Mandela. So I started to think, oh, maybe there are some connection between the north and the south of Africa, and maybe the values are the same on other continents. So I started to work, in fact, on this man, who was still alive at this moment. And we get in contact with him, he was okay to the film. And one day he died. But I wanted to continue to do this film. In my research, I was working on an African historian called, I forget his name, and Danny I made a film on him. So I called Danny, whom I did not know at this time, and very sympathetically he came to me and presented me the film, and I told about my project, and he said, but you know, my father knew very well this president, and he could certainly help you. So he introduced me to Soleils, and there it was absolutely fantastic. We worked with Soleils for 3-4 years, and I could not finance the film. And one day, Soleils was already sick. We were in his hospital, in his room, and we were sitting on his bed. He took my hand and caressed it, and said, Olivier, you should write a screenplay. And I said, yes, effectively. We Soleils, it's 4 years, and I've not sought to write a screenplay, a feature film screenplay. So the next day, I sit on my desk, and I wrote a screenplay with Soleils taking my hand and going into this story. So that's the way it happened. And as I was writing, because I did not want to make a white film about Africa, even though I knew very well Soleils and so on, I called Danny, with whom we already had some projects together. And I said, will you come with me in this adventure? He said, yeah, I don't really understand what you are writing, but write the script and then we see. So I sent the script to Danny, and he said, okay. So that's the way we wrote that.
It strikes me, I don't know whether there's ever been a collaboration between a European and an African director before.
I think that's the first time.
Yeah, I think so too.
And really, I think once there was a technical thing, but it was not real.
Yeah.
And here it was really absolutely a co-direction. I mean, we had not a particular field. He was not in charge of things about Africa and about Europe. We were discussing everything. We were making things when we totally agreed about what we were saying and how we were saying it. So it was a perfect collaboration.
So the Manden Charter, I mean, that was a revelation to me. I mean, it's so much like the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights that we know was written in the West in the 60s, right? Did you know about this before you made this film, or?
Yeah, I've heard about it,
Yeah.
and there are some documents. You can find some things on the internet, and there are some books about it. It's known. I mean, it's not very well known, but it's known. So
yeah. Was it ever written down, or was it something that was passed from person to person?
Apparently it was written down, but it was really going through the oral tradition.
Yes. Yeah. Let's take some questions from the audience.
I have a microphone, so if you want to raise
Oh,
your hand,
great,
I can bring it.
Is some in the middle?
Thank you. I just want to know where is the other director? Where's he located and why couldn't he come?
We did invite him. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We are not trying to hide him. No, he is living in Sweden, and he's actually working on a play, and so he could not come.
And what part of Africa is he from?
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso. Thank you.
He's from Bobo Dioulasso, which was the ancient capital of yeah.
Hello, you mentioned looking for a connection between North Africa and South Africa. Did you find that the Manden intervention was universal throughout the continent?
Yes, I don't know if there are exactly traces of the Manden Charter in the south of Africa. But what is for sure is that a lot of ideas and concepts are the same in North and South of Africa. For example, the concept of justice, when at one moment we are talking about prison and so on. Before white people arrived in Africa, there were no prison. And justice was built on a principle which was to get an harmony which had been destroyed by one party. So it's exactly what South Africa used with the
Peace and Reconciliation.
yes, Truth and Reconciliation Commission to bring back South Africa in its way.
I'm curious how you intend to distribute the film. Do you have plans for distribution in Africa and Europe and North America?
The plan is, I would say, the normal plan. We go through festivals, we contact distributors and sales agents, sales companies, and from that we'll see who is interested. In Africa, it's a bit difficult because there are almost no theatre in Africa, so it makes things complicated. But we will certainly build a strategy from FESPACO. We have sent the film to the FESPACO. FESPACO is the biggest Pan-African film festival set in Ouagadougou every 2 years. So hopefully the film will be presented at the next FESPACO, which is in January, February 2015. And from that, we will try to work with some African distributors.
There's a channel, a television channel, correct? Yeah, called the Africa Channel. It's based in Los Angeles, so we're having a great recommendation here. Thank you. We have a question from the back. Yep.
Thank you. Can you say something about the locations that you used, especially for the Crusade and some of the other places as well?
So we wanted to shoot in different countries, in South Africa, of course, on Robben Island,